प्रॉब्लम जिस तरीके से खासकर मैंने दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी के बारे में बोला जाए तो दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी एक ऐसा यूनिवर्सिटी है जिसमें DU, जामिया, JNU से एक बड़ा हिस्सा रिसर्च स्कॉलर्स का है जो वहाँ पर पढ़ाने के लिए जाता है। तो मुझे लगता है उस एक्सपीरियंस को शेयर करते हुए मेरा
most of what I've just told you all is mainly the gist of what the Gazette notification is about. I try to share the experience of probably teaching as an ad hoc or as a guest faculty, plus what is it that we as researchers can aspire to have by being part of the system which is there at present. तो एक तो ये है कि जो अभी जो नोटिफिकेशन आया है, गज़ेट नोटिफिकेशन जो आया है, इट इज़ कमिंग एट एन इंटरेस्टिंग जंक्चर, क्योंकि पहले हमने देखा था कि जो ऑक्यूपाई यूजीसी मूवमेंट था दैट JNU वाज अ बिग पार्ट ऑफ, ऑक्यूपाई यूजीसी मूवमेंट में क्या हुआ, इनिशियली वी हैड आस्क्ड फॉर एनहांसमेंट ऑफ आवर स्कॉलरशिप्स, we have to have more better scholarships, right? And then what did we have to resort to at the end? That was on cancelling out on existing scholarships. So at one juncture it was all about saving what we had to save, okay, or what we already had, both. It's somewhat a similar situation also here, क्योंकि इस सेमेस्टर में और जनवरी, फरवरी, मार्च के इस दौरान you will see that initially there were 2 or 3 protests I think regarding the implementation of 7th pay commission, which is really going to affect a lot of us teachers, okay, or a lot of us who are aspiring to be teachers. And when this movement was happening, suddenly you have by the 5th of May or the early May, you have another notification which comes and says, and this is a Gazette notification which says that your jobs are not going to be there. So the strength or the kind of force which you had to put towards, addressing the 7th pay commission ka problems, now you are spending on saving whatever jobs are there. It's very much similar to what was happening in the context of or in the context of student scholarships. It's the same strategy. The governmental attack which is being got, the government's policies in this direction has been completely anti-student and anti-teacher altogether. And one of the important or most important documents in this context would be the recent UGC Gazette notification. Now, it is interesting because Abha was also trying to say, why is it that we are saying 18 hours of teaching plus 6 hours of tutorials is a problem? Why is it a problem? Because suppose you try to talk to a common man, a laborer who works for 18 hours a day, or a corporate employee who's been exploited for 18 hours a day. For him or the common mass, it will be very difficult for him to understand what is it that you mean by 18 teaching hours. And if you see the UGC Act of 1989, it will say, specifically state that it is no more than 3 hours of teaching hours one day. एक तो ये है कि 1 घंटे में जो आपको पढ़ाना है उसके पीछे जो 3-4 घंटे का मेहनत होता है, that no one counts. Neither is your evaluation hours counted. या उसके ऊपर आप बोल रहे हो जो ट्यूटोरियल्स आप ले रहे हो, it is not to be considered as teaching. Now, in a scenario where you have a semester system, अभी जो दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में semester system है, इसमें there is a problem why you cannot say that or why you shouldn't say that tutorials are not as equal to teaching hours. Why? Because पहले जो होता था, you introduce a subject annual system में, you introduce a subject, you slowly increase the pace with which you cover the syllabus and then you complete the syllabus. That is how you do. But now you have a capsule model कि आपको 6 philosophers को पढ़ाना है, finish off within 4 months. And within that period, you really don't have the time to put the student into the mode of, how you understand the text and so on. You just finish off, you have to teach this, finish it off and that is it. So when you have tutorials about that, it comes as a great help to a lot of backward students also, people who don't understand. Some of the colleges don't have bilingual teaching. Sirf in Angrezi mein they teach. And in that sense, sometimes you give extra effort to the students when they come for the tutorials. Now, there you prepare equally as you would have prepared for a lecture time. Because over and above the lecture hours, you explain to them whatever is that you deep out in classes and also clarify their doubts and so on. So tutorials are not being treated at par with teaching us, and he said that it's over and above the teaching us, as if it's something that need not be considered at all. That is one of the major problems with the kind of notification that the UGC have come out. Now, as an ad hoc, to be frank, at this stage, it feels the situation is very dismal, in the sense that you enter, as a researcher, you enter with a certain idea of how you want to teach a subject or how you want to engage with the students in a certain manner. And you will see that जैसे यहाँ पे बोला गया कि 18 plus 6 hours of teaching is a new guidelines. But you will see that in many of the colleges, many of the ad hocs are overworked. In the sense that, in any case, they are already working for 24 hours, 22 hours and so on. In many cases. So it has to be in such a way that you have to implement. If there is a workload, which is being said that 18 hours of teaching, inclusive of tutorials, it has to be ensured that that sort of a system is actually kept in place. क्योंकि काफ़ी बार ये भी हो जाता है कि आपको बोला जाता है कि you take all the lectures and transfer the tutorials to us and so on. All these things happen when you are ad hoc, and at this stage you are not in a position to bargain with them. You are supposed to take all these things into concern. Apart from that, you also have, say, the small insecurity. 4 months में आपका contract खत्म हो रहा है, then you have 2 months without a job, and then within that time you don't know what you're going to do. Whether you will get a job or not, that again depends. फिर आपके ऊपर ये भी हो जाएगा how much you have not proposed the administration, how much you have actually bear down the pressures of the administration, then you get a job. Then again for 4 months you have. And believe me when I say there have been 16, 17 years for which teachers are taught as adults. And this is a gross violation of labor. Simple thing. You are exploiting their labor for your own benefit. So even if it has to be ensured that even if this Gazette notification, one step more, and once this Gazette notification is rolled back, it is also essential that every university, so every college within Delhi University or other universities implements this rule that 18 hours of teaching hours have to be strictly followed, and nowhere can ad hocs be treated in this manner. Another thing is that if you are saying that, why is it that if you want to convey to the other people कि आप 18 घंटे, what do you mean by that? एक तो ये कि time and again we have been saying that in the Gita Parsha also it is being emphasized that the research quality is going to go down. Okay, US or all of us as research students have some sort of a certain research aspiration which we want to uphold while we do our teaching also. The logic that is given is that जो आप लोगों का research is has nothing to do with BA teaching. BA level teaching में it's an altogether different syllabus. जो every year it gets repeated. So there is no need for research or anything if you are looking at from the job perspective. Now there is a problem here. एक तो ये कि what do you understand by research? Simple basic understanding would be that it's a search for new knowledge. Basic understanding. Now this is an aptitude which you as a teacher would want the students also to inculcate in them. You would also like to see them in terms of even within their basic understanding of BA, MA, and then further studies and so on, that they imbibe the spirit of what research means to them. And for them, it is important that we as researchers also set apart. So it can never be said that doing your own research is something entirely different, and it has got nothing to do with the kind of teaching that you do. And of course, the kind of social, political views that a teacher or a researcher has, it impacts the student's quality much more. And this also has to be kept in mind. Apart from that, there was an incident right before the first mode of protest that NIFTA gave was that we will boycott evaluations. Okay, that the evaluations of current semester exams we were going to, and we have boycotted it until date, and probably we'll see the further course of action. Now, when we said boycott, one of the teachers had messaged saying that can we at least consider the third year students and not, and first year or second year students का boycott कर देते हैं और third year students का थोड़ा कर देते हैं, क्योंकि we have to look into their future and so on. And then another colleague replied back saying, हाँ वो तो हम कर सकते हैं, but that is exactly what the government wants us to do. एक तो ये है कि as a teacher you are embodied in such a way as you're a conscientious person who has a mode of service that you do in teaching and so on. But I believe more than keeping yourself as a figure of a service provider doing some sort of a job in that way, it's better to represent a teacher as a protesting teacher itself. There is no way you can place yourself as a docile person who's going to accept the, implement whatever is being implemented. And often in our classes we have these debates of how we push students to challenge even the college's criteria imposed on students and so on. We often ask them to do the same thing. So when you portray yourself in that way, there is a greater chance of the students to identify with your movement. There is a necessity in that way also, that there is a larger solidarity. जैसे आप JNU में देखते हैं, we have a huge support from the JNU Teachers Association along with the students union. But it's very difficult in that sense with the TU students union. But that sort of a thing, if there is a pressure from the students and pressure from the students also in this terms, it would be very helpful, or it's a much more successful venture in that sense. So yeah, so basically these are a few things that I had to share with you, and I hope we can all join in large numbers tomorrow. And the kind of implementation of this Gazette notification, it has to be now or never that we fight against it, because once it's implemented, it is very difficult that it is going to be taken back. And that's it. Thank you.